Getting older, man. That's
on Klay.
The most frustrating part about, and I'll just stick with basketball. The most frustrating part about this game, as you get older, you can't hide because you got to play both ends. The shelf life in basketball is not as long as maybe it could be in other sports because you got to run, man. And Klay has dealt with his injuries, and Klay has gotten older. Well, he's 33, right? That's all it is, man. There's no indictment on Klay. It's just the fact that he had some injuries that took some years off his NBA career. Klay is one of my favorite basketball players in the entire league. And I just want the best for him, man. And he'll be fine as a basketball player, but he just won't have those nights every night, man, that you all expect.
No doubt.
That's what happens when you get 33, man, and start to get older, man. It's no joke.
Wow. Ed, I love Eddie Johnson. But damn, he ain't 38, Eddie. He's 33, but the body could be 38 with those injuries.
So Eddie kind of agrees with what I've been saying.
What? We got a Klay Thompson problem, or is that why he's not
He's getting old.
Who's not?
Well, then don't expect him to play like he did 5 years ago. And don't hold him to that standard. And that's why, I'm honestly with Klay, he's going to have a different kind of year this year.
Well, if he's taking 11 three-pointers, I'm just asking you with that thought process, what should the fans expect? Oh, he's 33 and a couple injuries. We shouldn't expect it to go in? I'm still holding him at his standard. He shot damn near 40% last year, which is career. So
well, you're clearly not holding him to the same standard defensively.
Well, that ship has sailed.
Okay, well, that makes you worse. Like, he'll never get back to that.
Okay.
He will listen, right. Like, Klay will never get back to the player who got you 22 and could turn the point guard. That was one of the linchpins of why the Warriors were successful.
Right, but how can I, as a player, offset me not being great defensively, giving up something? I can come back on the offensive end where I'm better on the offensive end. I have more left on that end than I do defensively.
But he's not.
And maybe I go 6 of 11 instead of 3 of 11. Maybe I'm not getting blamed because I had a bad playoff series against the Lakers, and you were not the only one, Klay, but it felt like you were the target. So, again, if you're going to hoist up 11, whoever the player is, you're telling me you think you can make those. So, all right, I get the defensive slippage, but damn, offensively last night, you got to give us better than 3-4-11, and I'll tell Curry 4-14.
But those games
those were off nights.
They're having more. That's what happens. You have more and more off nights. And you know what? That's why you only win 44 games. That's why you almost get bounced by the Kings. Like, let me hear this one more now.
Because this ain't changing. This is who they are.
Well, and
he's going to shoot 11 to 15 threes a game. So is Curry, if not more. And I don't know Wiggins, who attempted 3 last night, missed all 3. Chris Paul, what did he attempt, Steiny? What did I say? 4. He missed all of them.
510, Andrew Wiggins has looked like this his whole career. What are you guys smoking? Guy smoking.
Paul attempted 6.
Guy.
He missed a 2022 season.
I know this is hard to hear, but Wiggins has always been this player. Give us some hope. Oh, 925.
It's one game. That's my hope.
I'll give you tangible hope. Their closing lineup should be pretty good. Smartest closing lineup in the league if they have Draymond in there and Chris Paul and Curry. Maybe. So they got to get to that. They got to get to that point. They're saying, a lot of people, look, Klays are loved around here. And I'll repeat what I said at the beginning of the show. The thing I'm worried about most with Klay isn't that he's not going to be able to I think Klay Thompson can come into this year, and maybe is coming into this year with the best intentions.
Right.
but they're asking him to do something different. And that may affect his comfort level. That may affect his effectiveness. That may affect his production. So there's a scenario in which even if Klay's all in, he's going to have to learn a whole new. He just doesn't. He looks different. He's not playing the same. They're asking him to do different things, and it might take some time.
What on the offensive side are they asking them to do different?
Well, I think, and I wish I knew who texted it, but if you're going to ask him to guard fours, I mean, look, all his misses last year were short. Yeah. All his misses last night were short. And
what if I told you I have no problem with the three of these guys who took the most shots last night. It was Curry, Klay, rightfully so. And as bad as this guy was, and we've been saying we need more from him. In 27 minutes, Andrew Wiggins took 12 shots, and a surpriser to me was Chris Paul with the 15. He was 4-15, 0-6 from deep.
Yeah, when you don't turn the ball over, you get more shots. Let's go to Word's in Oakland. Get some rational callers.
Leonis.
Hey, what's up? Word.
What's up, fellas? Sorry, Google about how I was at you yesterday. On
that's fine.
Hey, sit this one out.
Steiny, sometimes I wish you would read what I'm saying. A lot of times I'm talking to you about him.
Yeah.
Man, when I was a kid, my mom, when I first started walking to the bus stop by myself going to school, she caught me walking with my head down, staring at the ground while I'm walking. And she was like, boy, you don't walk around the streets with your head at the ground. Look up, and she was coming. I feel like Warriors fans are like Mr. Magoo. They just kind of wander around assuming everything is going to be fine. Mr. Magoo would just make his way to work, walking through construction sites, falling over stuff, not getting hurt. He just ended up there. And I feel like Warrior fans are like that. Like Steiny is telling y'all, like my mama, look up, boy. Look what's coming. Like everything he's always said about the Warriors has basically come true. And I hate to contribute to his great year. But every time Steiny's like, whether it was Wiggins, whether it's Klay, no matter what it is about this team, like if they're going to be good, Steiny's usually kind of on the cusp of calling it. When they're not going to be good, he's usually on the cusp of calling it. But fans, like the dude who said, give us some hope, that's not Steiny's job. That's the Warriors' job to give you hope. And it's your fault if you don't realize you're not seeing what's coming. Like, look up. This team is not looking like 2020. I know Guru's going to say, but they won it 2 years ago.
No, Leonis, I got to be honest. No, and I love Steiny. You love him. Nobody saw that coming, Leonis, and that wasn't 8 years ago. That was just 2 years ago. So I get what you're saying, but come on, man. You got to that's on the ledger. They shocked the world with that chip. I'm not telling you they can do it again, but that's enough to give fans hope. And I'm going to ask you this. So what's the basis of this call? Are you telling us Wiggins cannot step up? This is the Wiggins we're going to get? And are you agreeing with Steiny that Klay is done? Because I never
said he's done.
Well, you're
don't
saying
do that.
Old. What are you saying?
I said he's going to have a completely different role this year.
Which is?
Defending threes and probably more fours, and maybe that's going to take a physical toll. Boy, that makes me mad when you do that.
You want Steiny to tell you and Warrior fans, oh, you're going to win 50 games. Like you're like, oh, Friday, I expect this and this to happen. Said Wiggins is going to do this. Klay is going to do this. How you know, man?
Right.
The game happens. Stop trying to call it. Why has everybody got to be the predictor? Why has everybody got to be the first to be right?
Hey, I give you that.
Why can't we just watch
hey, you know what, Word? I'll give you that.
Man, stop trying to. Everybody, fans like to close their eyes and say, my team's going to win. And if you don't say that, you're a hater. Man, just watch the game.
Okay, that's a great point. But hold on, you're being a hypocrite, Word, because when you called, you just gave Steiny, your boy, flowers for making some predictions, and we don't even know what they are. So don't end the call with, I hate people that predict and then give this man his flowers for some predictions. That's a contradiction.
I'm not making a prediction.
No, he was giving you love for he's telling you what's going on.
Well, he means,
and then in the call saying he hates that.
But I think he means more like what I'm saying about Klay Thompson. Like, Klay Thompson is not the same player he was. Fine. We just heard Eddie Johnson say, it happens.
Right.
It freaking happens when you turn 33 years old. Okay, so Klay Thompson, look, it's not me. Steve Kerr's the guy who said, we're going to have Klay guard fours this year. Okay, well, that's different than he's ever done in his entire career. So it's fair to say there may be an adjustment there.